Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World on Monday, January 2nd, 2023. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. The world's a mess. We're in a new year now, 2023. Hopefully better than the old year, but time will tell. Okay, now, what's something things happen out there? Okay, there's a gentleman named Juan Gonzalez who is a long-term journalist, and he's a co-host of Democracy Now! And he's been fighting for 40 years, fighting for racial and social justice in journalism. And so Democracy Now! Interviewed him. And also, Latinos, Race, and Empire. Juan Gonzalez challenges the co-optation of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now, some of the things that happened recently. Benjamin Netanyahu sworn into sixth term as Israel's prime minister. Bad dude. Biden calls Netanyahu my friend for decades, doesn't mention illegal settlements. Too bad. I have to pay attention to that. UN halts some aid operations in Afghanistan after Taliban bans women NGO workers. That's bad. Workers, Ukraine claims to have shot down Russian drone swarm ahead aimed at Kyiv. Good. Okay. Belarus summons Ukraine's ambassador after missile lands in its territory. Okay. Italy cracks down on Mediterranean rescue ships. That's too bad. Italy has a new leader, prime minister, whatever, president who's a right winger. Okay, Brazil's Lula names environmental rights defenders to cabinet in sharp turn from predecessor, the Bolsonaro guy, the nut case. Brazilian soccer icon Pele, who rose to global fame in record-breaking career, dies at 82. Hope he's well taken care of in heaven. South Korea conducts military exercises after a failure to stop North Korean drone incursion. South Korea joins other countries imposing restrictions on travelers from China as COVID fears. China had a zero tolerance and they had a lot of lockdowns, and then they lifted the lockdowns and everything went haywire. New York opens first recreational cannabis dispensary run by housing nonprofit. Okay. Israel swears in far-right government that pledges to expand illegal settlements. They can't do that. Palestinians have rights. Russian missile attacks pummel Ukrainian cities, causing fresh power outages. Terrible. Hold Russia accountable. China warns Taiwan over military expansion. U.S. approves sale of anti-tank mines to Taiwan. Good. Have to hold China accountable. China Center for Disease Control, the CDC, stops publishing daily coronavirus data amid explosion of COVID cases. That's bad. They're hiding stuff. U.S. will impose coronavirus testing requirement on travels from China. Good. Okay. Now, so that's a lot of stuff that's been happening recently. So, now, how are we doing? Okay. Now, yes, we do have to provide equality and fairness for everyone and not be friends with countries that provide only that do not promote equality for their peoples. For instance, we should not be friends with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates or Israel, because both countries are guilty of human rights violations for the people who live in their territories. Okay, now, so how about a little song? Okay. Right, here we go. My Aunt took care of my brother and I. When my mom had to go to work, she also had a son to raise at the time, and she took care of all three. We all lived in New York City, my mom and us and my aunt and her family. We spent a lot of time together. I remember it well. I did not appreciate her all the time because I was just a kid. But now when I look back upon those times and the later years, I know I had a great aunt. Now I wish she were here with me, but I know that cannot be, so I'll go on with my story. She had what it takes to be a good mom. She always thought of her family, but that was a problem in later years. Okay, that was my aunt's old song. I wrote it by my Aunt Charlotte. And thank you for tuning in this evening of Monday, January 2nd, 2023, for another Me or Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. Take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask, practice social distancing. When a vaccine is available for you and safe for you to take, I would take it. Thank you. Take care of yourself and others. Take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.